Hello everyone and welcome to Top Cut here at Second Turtle Place for our Winter Challenge 5 tournament here at Second Turtle Place in Pico Rivera, California. I am Jesus Coronel. We have our Top Cut phase. We have Joshua Winfield. We have Angel Torres. And they are telling me this is an immediate rematch from round number 5. So directly is a rematch between these two trainers into this Top Cut phase. Josh with the Groudon, Gouging Fire, Raging Bolt, Volcarona, Chien-Pao, and Iron Valiant. While Angel is going to be on the Galarian Weezing, Incineroar, Raging Bolt, Calyrex Shadow Rider, Chi-Yu, and Whimsicott. And both these trainers are locked in here. I don't know what the data tells me from their previous encounter in Swiss round 5, but I can tell you this will be an exciting matchup, and the winner of this will advance to the semi-final stage of the tournament. And here it comes from Joshua's perspective. It's going to be the Weezing and Chi-Yu from Angel. It's going to be Raging Bolt and Groudon from Josh, and immediately this neutralizing gas is going to negate the abilities of Bees of Ruin and Drought. Josh, however, is feeling the bigger effects of the neutralizing gas because without Drought, your Pokemon are not going to get powered up by the sun. And without it, your Groudon is not going to have a lot of damage output with Heat Crash specifically. But Weezing nor Chi-Yu cannot stand ground attacks for Precipice Blaze, which is a big issue right now with each of these Pokemon. Each of them get Terrestrialize out of it, but one would rather Terrestrialize than the other, which is the big issue right now for Angel. And immediately Angel's going to Terrestrialize one of these two Pokemon away from the ground type weakness, and it will be the Chi-Yu to Ghost. And when the Chi-Yu switching into Ghost type, it will not get hit by any more Fake Out should it want to. That Choice Scarf going to be revealed, and in comes the Snarl against the Raging Bolt and the Groudon. Raging Bolt going to take an important special attack drop. Groudon uses Passive Blades. It will miss the Weezing, unfortunately. It connects still with the Chi-Yu. It doesn't get one hit KO'd. Here's Raging Bolt doubling into the Chi-Yu. That Snarl drop, unfortunately, did not matter, and the Terrestrialization is also gone as well. Acid Spray comes out from this Galarian Weezing as well, so the Weezing does get the special defense drop sharply onto the Groudon, so now it will not withstand that Acid Barrage coming into play here. Chi-Yu did faint earlier, so it is a 4-on-3, but this is a favorable 4-on-3 for Josh because, no, this is favorable for Angel because not only is As1 not affected by neutralizing gas, but this Acid Barrage is now threatening a big amount of damage to all of Josh's Pokemon. Now that the Assault is effectively been neutralized. Time ticking down from Josh's side of the field, and yeah, I probably do see another Acid Spray plus Acid Barrage coming out from Angel's side of the field. Groudon does switch out into the Chien-Pao, so it will take the Acid Barrage a lot more cleanly, or it checks to Protect. Raging Bolt also gets the Protect off, so we're going to see the Acid Spray does connect onto the Chien-Pao, and now Chien-Pao is under the threat of Acid Barrage. At least if it weren't for a Sucker Punch that it's carrying. But Angel does have a defensive Terra for it. It is not Terra Fairy, however. I can report to you it's Terra Fighting, which is an interesting tech because we usually don't see Terra Fighting outside of Porygon 2s from the last regulation, Regulation H. And with the Terra Fighting, you're able to at least resist the Sucker Punch from the Chien-Pao, and not only that, you are able to hit the Chien-Pao for 4 times super effective damage, but I think the bigger thing you need to do is still click Acid Barrage, because it's just threatening a whole lot of damage. Like, why would you refuse it? Or we see the Calyrex switch out, just in case, of course, you have a resist like that Whimsicott, the signature Pokemon of Angel. Chien-Pao protects, so there was definitely no threat of Acid Barrage knocking out in the time being, and Draco Meteor, I think, yeah, it does not work against these Fairy-type moves. And Acid Spray, once again, tried to hit the Chien-Pao. Let's see what happens in the next turn. In this coming turn, you have Moonblast. Does threaten to knock down the Champ-Out. Maybe threats to knock down the Raging Bolt, because we know it's not Assault Vest, because the Assault Vest is on the Groudon. And I believe this Whimsicott might just be pretty offensively invested, because, you know, the fact that you have to depend on Moonblast to knock out these Pokemon. Obviously, he knocks out the Champ-Out pretty easily. It's just like, do you knock out the Raging Bolt from it? And Josh does not want to find out. And in comes the Groudon once again from Josh Winfield. Champ-Out's Icing Crash does connect onto the Galarian Weezing from Angel. It takes it pretty well. Moonblast will knock out Champ-Out, so no more Sword of Ruin is in play. That's the Champ-Out being knocked out, and Weezing flinches this turn. That is pretty bad, because once again, that was probably an Acid Spray turn you could have went for, and unfortunately, Acid Spray just did not connect. Because you got flinched by the Icicle Crash as a parting gift from this Champ-Out. And now it's a difficult thing for Josh, because you lost your Astro Barrage resistance, and barring the Gouging Fire's Photosynthesis boost, you may not be able to outspeed it for the rest of the game, which is, I think, an infinitely bigger issue to deal with. Alright, time to see what happens in this turn. We did see a hovering of a Terra Electric from this Raging Bolt, although I don't think this is the best thing to be doing. I think the better thing you can do is just click Terra Fire to make sure you have a Moonblast resist, because it's either you do that or you Terrestrialize the Gouging Fire, which doesn't even feel good to do. None of your Terras feel good to do, but it's just like I could click to protect in front of something. And that's going to be the Raging Bolt in front of this Whimsicott and this Galarian Weezing combo. We do see Moonblast come out, and it is going to be able to hit the protect of the Raging Bolt, so it won't do much of anything there. Groudon hits high horsepower into the Weezing and knocks it out, and abilities have been turned on once again. And Angel's down to his last two. With the Whimsicott, with the Weezing knocked out and Chiyu knocked out too. So it's down to Calyrex and Whimsicott for Angel. And yeah, here goes the Calyrex. Sun's been set up, so Photosynthesis is now activated on the Raging Bolt for that special attack boost. And although Angel does have the speed advantage, he might not have enough gas in the tank to knock out all of Josh's Pokemon in time. But that's where Fake Tears comes in from the Whimsicott, because with Fake Tears, you get to lower Pokemon special defense side by 2, meaning your Astro Barrages hit a lot harder than they normally should. Here's the switch out from this Raging Bolt into the Gouging Fire from Josh. And Gouging Fire is going to activate Photosynthesis for speed, so it will be outspeeding the Calyrex Shadow Rider for temporary purposes. There is a protect from the Calyrex Shadow Rider. What does the Whimsicott do? It clicks Moonblast into the Gouging Fire. It's doing okay damage. Heat Crash lands on the Whimsicott and reveals the Focus Sash that it has. Alright, next now, this is the important turn from Josh, because Whimsicott's in KO range. Whimsicott probably has one more move in itself, so you either click Fake Tears into Groudon, lower special defense stat, or you click Moonblast into the Gouging Fire and try to knock it out with Astro Barrage. Because I think this Calyrex is in a really weird spot, or you just click Tailwind to make sure you outspeed Gouging Fire, which I think is a more important thing to do in this situation. Astro Barrage now comes out from this Calyrex Shadow Rider. How much damage this is doing to both these Pokemon? Almost knocks out Gouging Fire, but it's not enough. Flare Blitz hits the Whimsicott for its 1 HP recoil, and it will knock it out. And it's down to just this Calyrex Shadow Rider. It's a 3-on-1 situation. Heat Crash comes out from this Groudon into the Calyrex. Not enough to knock it out, but this, never mind. This game's over because, well, this Calyrex needs to knock out the Groudon. The only way Calyrex can knock out Groudon is a critical hit on Astro Barrage, and I don't know if you're able to do that. I'm also surprised to find out that that's actually not I mean, I guess if it's Burning Bulwark, it doesn't really protect you from everything. So having protect as a general move is like not the most awful thing you do. This has a critical hit the ground, and have Angel get a chance? No, it does not. Critical hit. He crash comes out. That is the end of the game. Josh Winfield takes game 1. That is the end of the game, and Josh takes game 1 over Halo. So what happens here in this game? So I don't even think anything went wrong for Angel there in this game number 1. It's just like Josh was able to eventually knock out the Weezing, and then from Weezing getting knocked out, everything stockpiled against Angel because, well, when you have photosynthesis for the gouging fire, it forces your game plan to be a little different to play around this gouging fire with that photosynthesis speed. And yeah, it's like, I think it's a reasoning for Angel wanting to step on the gas in game number 2, and I think that's the better thing you can do. Because if you step on the gas, then you're able to pressure Josh's Pokemon into a rather uncomfortable position. Eight seconds left for Josh to walk in his Pokemon. There you go. He walks in his 4 Pokemon for game number 2, and time to see if he has what it takes to go into top 4 of this Gym Challenge 5 here for the winter season. And if Angel can come back and force the game 3, because he needs to at this point. See, the Whimsicott plus Raging Bolt lead from Angel. It's going to be Raging Bolt and Volcarona from Josh, so 2 Electric Dragons meet each other in the very same slot with a different supporter, with Volcarona on Josh and Whimsicott for Angel. I am quite curious and see what each of these Raging Bolts do to each other, because they both have the same move slots of Thunderbolt, Thunderclap, Breaking Meteor, and Protect. Although we do see Assault Vest on Raging Bolt, so it doesn't have Protect, but it has a Snarl as its defensive move of choice. See the Moonblast go into Josh's Raging Bolt, does a lot of damage into that Raging Bolt, and it's an important special attack drop as well. So although this Volcarona can get up Tailwind for Josh's Raging Bolt, I don't know if Drake and Meteor is going to be able to knock out the Raging Bolt with a special attack drop and an Assault Vest. Yeah, all of that mattered. So it'll take a -3 special attack drop now, and Raging Bolt makes it -4. It does not knock it out, though, with the Snarl. Volcarona will take a special attack drop as well. See what the next move is coming out from each of these trainers. We see Josh Winfield switch up that Raging Bolt into the Gouging Fire. So nothing of note to happen right now, and yeah, there you go. There's the Encore onto the Volcarona to lock it in place for Tailwind, so it won't be able to use its move anytime soon. Thunderclap unfortunately whips in the air as it tried to catch the Raging Bolt on an attacking move, and unfortunately it's locked into the Gouging Fire, and now Gouging Fire is in a bit of a good position to click either Flare Blitz onto the Whimsicott or just Breaking Slide the Raging Bolt for a knockout. I think if you're Volcarona though, you have to switch out, because as long as Volcarona is stuck using Tailwind, you can't really do much of anything there other than rely on the burn that you can't even get for special attackers. Alright, Volcarona now going to switch out, because you are on-court into that Tailwind. You can't do much of anything. And here comes Groudon to activate the photosynthesis of all the Pokemon of the past. First up, the Gouging Fire for that speed multiplier. Next up, the Raging Bolt for that special attack multiplier. And here goes the big fake tears onto this Groudon to make sure that the special defense stop is so low. Flare Blitz connects into the Whimsicott, so it will go down to that Focus Sash. But will it burn? A burn can be devastating right now if it's Angel. No burn comes out, so it will take some recoil damage. And Dragon Meteor connects onto the Gouging Fire, knocks it out after the recoil, so that is a one-hit knockout. Yeah, Gouging Fire did go down, and back comes the Volcarona from Josh, and now it is free of the Encore. You can start hitting those Heat Waves. And I think this is only one more turn of Tailwind left if you're Josh. Yeah, no, Raging Bolt's still alive. Raging Bolt's still in play. It's just the Gouging Fire that went away. There you go. Those of you wondering at home what happened, nothing to worry about. It's just something happened. I think you are free to just click Heat Wave if you're Volcarona, and then Groudon, I think it's more than likely it has to switch out just in case. No, if you're fine to stay in, you just click Precipice Blaze, just hope for the best if Angel switches in anything, because I think if you're Angel, you're fine not having both these Pokemon knocked out. Just make sure you get Tailwind up. That's the only thing you have to do. Yeah, there you go. You have to get Tailwind up just to get Speed Control back into your favor. Once the Tailwind style set by Volcarona goes down. Precipice Blade does miss something. It misses the Whimsicott, but it doesn't matter because it knocks out the Raging Bolt. It just comes down to whether or not this Heat Wave connects onto the Whimsicott. Heat Wave from Volcarona does indeed connect, and now Angel is down to his final two Pokemon. One of them presumably is that Calyrex Shadow Rider. I wonder what the other Pokemon can be though. There is that Calyrex Shadow Rider from Calyrex on Angel's side of the field, and it is Chi-Yu as well, so that is really devastating for Josh, as I think now he's forced to click Terra Water onto his Volcarona just to make sure it survives any hits. But the problem with that is that you have to do something about this Groudon being at -2 special defense from the fake tears that Volcarona did earlier, and if you don't, it's gonna get KO'd. Yeah, that's like the difficult thing about this Volcarona being in this position, because it's under threat of knocked out by the Heat Wave plus Astral Barrage combination. And if you're in threat of that, you have to make a numerous amount of maneuvers just to make sure you get back into the speed control against this Calyrex Shadow Rider. But I think Angel's in a perfect spot to force the game free. Or no Heat Wave comes out, it's just going to get a raw Dark Pulse. It will knock out that Raging Bolt from that very low HP that it had. And now to see whether or not this Astral Barrage knocks out in one hit against a single target Volcarona with the Beads of Ruin. Does it knock it out? No, it does not. And Tailwind gets matched, but I don't think that's going to matter that much. Here comes the Groudon back from Josh's side of the field. I think it's gonna come down to whether or not Dark Pulse plus Astral Barrage knocks out the Groudon, because I think if it doesn't, and Precipice Blaze connects on the Calyrex and gets a big critical hit, I think the game could be over. Heat Crash is also an option, but I don't know how good you could take a Heat Crash, a Dark Pulse from the Groudon. Because this Chi-Yu is still threatening a good amount of damage to all of Josh's Pokemon. Because Dark Pulse guarantee KOs Volcarona, making Astral Barrage a single target move once again. But it also forces the Calyrex away a little bit of a weird game where you have to start spamming Astral Barrage. And here comes that Terrasolization from Josh's side of the field. It's going to be that Terrafire Groudon that's going to be coming out into the Terrasolization form. And Volcarona does need to use Rage Powder to make sure that Dark Pulse gets redirected onto the Volcarona slot. And it is just going to be the Dark Pulse coming out once again for this Choice Scarf Chi-Yu. Everything comes down to Groudon for Josh in this game number 2. Can Calyrex knock it out of a single hit with Astral Barrage? Getting into range? I don't think it can. How much damage? Oh, that's a big critical hit, and I think that is just going to secure Angel the game, and that is not a Precipice Blaze coming out. That is just Terrifier Heat Crash in the sun against Chi-Yu. It doesn't even knock it out. In comes game number 3. Angel Torres will even up the set at 1 apiece. Now, who knows if their round 5 set went to 3 games, but if it did, then this is an epic finale between these two trainers. And that game 2 game plan from Angel really worked perfectly because the Moon Blast is actually threatening so much damage to a lot of Josh's Pokemon that it forced the Volcarona switch in a little early. And a lot of the time, Angel just didn't mind going for that anything that wasn't Tailwind from Volcarona, from Meniscus, because all Josh's Volcarona did was quick Tailwind, and then they got Encore to Tailwind, had to switch out, had to quick Heat Wave, and then Rage Powder. They didn't really do much of anything. Yeah, it's just like, what does Josh do here? Because I don't think the Volcarona did much of anything in that game number 2. And I think the better bring is Chien-Pao, because you were threatening priority and it's the Calyrex Shadow Rider towards the end game. I also need to point out to you guys, Angel is yet to tear at all this set, so I think this goes to show that I think Angel's position is just led into a great position to just give him a great battle sense into whatever comes in from Josh. Alright, here we go. Game number 3 between Josh Winfield and Angel Torres. Angel's going to lead the Whimsicott plus the Raging Bolt once again. And Josh Winfield going to once again lead the Groudon, but this time with Volcarona as the lead. So I'm pretty sure this just means Heat Wave plus Precipice Blaze comes out from Groudon. It has to, because even if the Tailwind goes up, you're not really worried about, taking damage from Raging Bolt's Dragon Meteor or taking Heat Wave from Whimsicott, because even if you lose both your Pokemon this turn, worst case scenario from his Precipice Blades, you get put into a situation where you can use Tailwind plus Chi-Yu plus Calyrex Shadow Rider, where you could eventually knock out everything pretty decisively. And I think for Josh, the thing is, I think you have to attack because your Pokemon in the back need to be able to have a great answer into all of Angel's Pokemon in the back, but so far, I don't think it's a good idea to click Tailwind. Or if it was, you had to make it count because this Groudon's going to take a big special defense drop. Oh wait, no, that's not. Breast is wasting me out. That's just going to be a raw heat crash into this Whimsicott, which would have done so much damage to the Whimsicott if it weren't for that Focus Sash out in this holding. And I wouldn't have been able to knock it out. Heat Wave does double connect the both. No Tailwind comes out from Whimsicott, which is important. Whimsicott goes down in a single turn here from Angel. What does the Raging Bull do? Dragon Meteors into the -2 Groudon. Knocks it out in one hit. I'm a little surprised that the Groudon did not click press in this way. So Raging Bolt would have been a prime target to be knocking out at this point of the battle. But unfortunately, there is still a game plan for Josh to go through in this entire set, and that is relying on his Photosynthesis Dragons. In comes Chi-Yu from Angel. And that is a really aggressive option from Josh to go for here, which is that Terra Electric Thunderclap with the Life Orb and the Photosynthesis boost. And I don't know if that's enough to knock out Chi-Yu in a single hit, but I think if you're Josh, you have to match the Tailwind from the... No, it's not matching Tailwind. You have to get the Tailwind advantage against the Calyrex, because if you don't, or if Chi-Yu switches out, so Thunderclap does get mitigated if it were going there. So this is going to be an interesting spot for both these trainers as to whether or not Josh is able to, withstand the offense that Calyrex Shadow Rider is withholding at this very moment. As we do see Terraformation come out, it's going to be at Raging Bolt to Electric. What happens here is a Rage Powder from this Volcarona to redirect any attack away from the Raging Bolt. Should it be a single target move? And it's Thunderclap, and unfortunately Thunderclap couldn't find the Chi-Yu in that slot. It's just another Snarl coming out from this Raging Bolt of Angel to lower the special attack of both Josh's Raging Bolt and Volcarona. And with that special attack drop, Raging Bull has almost no business being in the field of play, as Josh's final Pokemon is revealed to be that Gouging Fire, and it is his last hope against the rest of Angel's Pokemon, which are also all revealed. As Calyrex protects in front of this Volcarona, and I believe now is the turn to click Tailwind. If you're Volcarona, yeah, there you go, just click Tailwind just to get the speed advantage against the Calyrex Shadow Rider, guaranteed with that Gouging Fire, as another Snarl comes out to lower Volcarona's damage output again. I'm trying to think, because do you throw out the Flare Blitz against Calyrex, or do you just click Breaking Spike? Because I think Breaking Spike's the better move against this Raging Bolt. I think it's a bigger issue to deal with, because yeah, you have your own Raging Bolt in the back, but I think the better thing you have to do is knock out the Raging Bolt as soon as you can. And here's another Rage Powder from the Volcarona to redirect potential single target moves against the Gouging Fire, as Flare Blitz is over half damage to the Chi-Yu with the Sun. Unfortunately, not enough to knock it out quite yet. Dragon Meteor does it successfully redirected, and it does not knock out the Volcarona. And I think Angel's in a weird spot because I think you're now at -4 with the Raging Bolt in terms of the special attack value. And this Chi-Yu damage output's gonna be pretty low. So you either have to click Snarl again or you have to lock in the Dark Pulse and try to get as much damage as you can with the Gouging Fire. Because I'm in firm belief that Calyrex Shadow Rider can solo 1v1 the Raging Bolt from Josh, and Volcarona just elects to switch out to that Raging Bolt, which, oh boy, this might be interesting as a choice. This also might be the last turn of Sun, so this Photosynthesis is going to wear off pretty soon. Squareblitz launching again into the Chi-Yu, no damage done to the Volcarona or the Raging Bolt quite yet, so, but it was a heavy bit of it, so that's gone. Snarl comes out again, and it lowers the special attacks of that Raging Bolt. And now the Raging Bolt's a little bit stuck here, because even though Sun's gone, which is a good thing against this Raging Bolt, I mean, the Gouging Fire, if you're Angel, I think you still got to deal with a turn of Tailwind. Yeah, you still got to deal with a turn of Tailwind, and this Raging Bolt's probably lacking damage for the rest of the game. And now Calyrex is the last stand for the side of Angel. And the Protect comes out immediately to stall the last turn of Tailwind from Josh's side of the field. Where does it... Okay, it's Breaking Swipe this time around, so you are finally getting damage onto the Raging Bolt of Angel. How much damage, though, is the better question? Okay, so it's not a lot, but it's still respectable. And Draco Meteor, oh, it misses the Raging Bolt, which is really bad to know, because now the Snarl comes out, now you're at -2 special attack. This Calyrex is getting a lot of leverage out, and now Tailwind's gone, meaning Calyrex now outspeeds the rest of the field. Astro Barrage is still the best thing that could possibly happen if you're Angel, because you can now spam it pretty freely. Maybe if Thunderclap does enough damage to chip the Raging Bolt or the Gouging Fire down, timer goes pretty low against Josh, as Raging Bolt has to switch out to make it those -2 special attack drops that it just took. And Gouging Fire clicks Protect. If it's Astral Barrage, then Angel does have a... Yeah, there you go. It's going to knock out the Volcarona. It will be a +1 special attack now. Everything hinges, I think, on if Thunderclap critical hits the Calyrex. That's the only way Josh can win the set. And if not, Angel advances to top 4. Another Snarl comes out into the Protect. Yeah, this is a really tough situation to be if you're Josh. With Volcarona down, you're down to your last 2 Pokemon, which are your Paradox Dragons. Volcarona did go down earlier, so it's just a 2-on-2 right now between these two trainers. It's their final 2, potentially, of the tournament. Rage Bolt goes into Thunderclap. This has to critical hit the Calyrex. They don't have any chance of a comeback. Does it get it? No, it does not. It does not get the critical hit. The game is over, unfortunately. Calyrex launches the Astral Barrage. Angel Torres advances to the semifinal stage with a 2-1 victory over Josh Winfield. What a win for Angel Torres, and I think that's his first top 4 finish ever in Psycho Turtle, so congrats to him. He's definitely worked so hard to get to this point, and definitely one of the better ways to celebrate it. And that's going to be doing it here for our top 8 stage of the tournament here at Winter Challenge 5. We'll be right back for semifinals right after this.